Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters for the summons for Arcsuit and Zoroark. Yes, this is the debut of the fifth Arcsuit sync pair, and in Zoroark, a pretty crazy combination. End's hat is pitch black, literally only one shade on that thing. Anyway, I've not logged into the game for like 4 days. Oops. I don't intend to log on after like tomorrow again, so that's that's fine. Anyway, continue on. Yeah, missions, cool. All right. Anyway, yeah, okay, cool. Yep, okay. Is this how many notifications people usually get after not logging in forever? Anyway. Let's see. Hey, an item from Elisa. We take those. We love to see that. Nice. And a skip ticket as usual. That's fine. We got 43,000 gems. How many will we get from login bonuses? Time storage of coins. Cool. I don't have monthly gems. I should have weekly gems though. Yep. Okay. Alright, we've got like 44,000 gems. That's something. Anniversary N is one of the characters I can pick up. That's funny. And then Arvin and Signasuit and Amona. That's actually really funny. Okay, cool. I've really just got Arcsuit and summons to do. That's it. If we don't get them, I'll grind up some gems, and I should be able to pity them, because I am like a 2,000 gems off of pity, maybe. Anyway, we're probably just gonna spend all the gems here. I don't really care that much. 500 scout point pity. They haven't changed it. Probably never will. Yay, we love to live with 500 scout point pity. One of the best decisions they've ever made in this game. That's so funny. Anyway, let's continue on. So yeah, Arcsuit, and obviously I think he's a really good character. Like, I think people are really underrating his abilities. Maybe, you know, once he's released, maybe, you know, we can see him in action and, like, how good he actually is. So maybe people, like, have a fair reason to think he's not, like, the best character ever or anything like that, or, you know, whatever it may be. Maybe they have a point, but I haven't really looked at anything. I think, at least on paper, the guy looks good, and maybe it's been proven. Obviously, like, at 3 out of 5 and lower, his like a level of strength as like an Arcsuit is very low, but honestly I don't think it's any like significantly lower or anything compared to like Leon or Lance at 1 out of 5 to 3 out of 5. Like, I just don't think it's that big of a deal, you know, relative to what those characters can at least accomplish at their same levels, because like 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 5 is a good massive increase for all of the Arcsuit characters. Like, that's just undeniable. All of them gain a lot, at least Steven with 4 out of 5, not really 5 out of 5, but still, you know, I think that higher investment and like how good N is, I mean, it definitely makes him worthy of being an Arcsuit character. I don't really, that's a lot of 5 stars. I don't really think people are looking at it the best way, I guess. I don't know. But again, maybe I'm also wrong. You know, that's definitely fair enough to consider. Got a lot of gifts on this banner because Arcsuit banners. You know, that's the one thing about Arcsuit scouts is like, oh no, the gifts are actually the same as Mastercard scouts, aren't they? Pretty sure, yeah, except for the paid banner if you do that. So, pay to win players, they win again, as is, you know, expected. Man, 500 scout point pity and terrible rewards on the free, well, not terrible, but like nothing extra crazy on the free rewards. Hello, Elisa. It is what it is, I suppose. We're at least getting consistent 5 stars. That's something. Not that it matters. Yeah, looking at the presents, just the regular Master Fair rewards. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. Let's continue on. I know my friend pitied N, so that's fun. Let's see if we can be twins, or I can just get lucky and be done with this. Because it doesn't matter. Whether I have to pity N or whether I just get them, like, you know, here and now, doesn't really matter much to me. It all works the same for me. It's not like I'm going to continue playing the game after this point anyway, at least not consistently. I'll probably come back and summon for like a favorite or something, but other than that, I don't have any intent to play this game daily, weekly, or even monthly, should it like come down to it. Alright, good few 5 stars, and nice, we take those. Alright, and now we're to the very end of the reward scouts, or reward multis, so we're getting into the trenches now, boys, after this one. Yeah, okay. I don't know if... N. Where would I put N as, like, an overall arc? I don't think he compares, like, Steven or Cynthia really at all. Leon and Lance are definitely, like, more comparable. I know a lot of people like Leon, just, like, his sheer damage output isn't, like, really good, so, you know, put Leon wherever you want. I think N and, like, Lance can definitely, like, be in discussions with each other for who's better and like who's, you know, whatever. I definitely think that he's around Lance's level, if not just better, or, you know, maybe around Leon's level, you know, around just those type of spots I would honestly put at, honestly. And people, like, most people don't really talk about, people say that, like, Lance is the worst Arc Suit, or, like, second worst Arc Suit, you know, something like that, you know, he's at, like, the bottom, near bottom of Arc Suit characters, but they don't say that he's, like, the worst ever, and a lot of people have said that this N is very underwhelming, and it's like, what? The N at max performance is comparable, if not better, than Lance at max performance. It's kind of what I'm kind of getting at when I think that people are heavily underrating this character, Komodo Grimsley. This guy always appears on my shaft, so that about tells me where this is going to be going. This is going to be our first multi without a 5-star. Oh, well, we'll see. Still need multiple copies of, I say need, but don't really care, Malva, Chuck, Tierno, you know, all of those. Like, that would be nice pickups, for sure. And okay, so we're not even getting a 5-star. Fair enough. Whatever, who cares? It is what it is. Okay, let's move on. Man, it feels kind of unsatisfying, though, oh my god, to quit before we get more Hisui. Where has the Hisui been? It's literally just been Volo jacking up in the Arceus arc. It's like, come on, give us some actual new Hisuian sync pairs. Give us a Rizu, give us Mai, give us fucking Melly, or, you know, Paulina, Iskin. Give us those, please. Please, that'd be nice. Yeah, we haven't gotten a new Hisuian sync pair since, I'm pretty sure, Volo, which is crazy. Well, there's Malva. Okay, there we go. Cool, we'll take that. Sure, okay. Asking you shall receive, I suppose. By the way, we're well past the point where I'm going to get N before Pity, so we're getting them, like, either right before Pity or, like, at Pity. That's where we're going to be getting N at, just because that's how this tends to work. It's either you get them early within the first, like, 5 multis, or you have to Pity the guy. Wow, Drasna. Alright, we got 2 of the 4 Kalos, like, 4. Granted, the other 2 are General Pool units, and, well, there's one of them, Seabold. Okay, what is my Kalos obsession? We got Olympia. And Tier! No, it's a Kalos multi, okay. And Grant, hello. Alright, cool. I don't know how that happened, that's crazy. All Kalos 5 stars. Interesting. This isn't a Kalos ticket summon. Cool though, I guess. Not that I need any of them, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, Arceus N. Fun. Has anyone been enjoying him? Let me know, I guess, how many summons it took you to get him, if you, like, even pulled for him. Or if you didn't pull for him, because honestly, I do agree with a lot of the sentiment that he's not even, like, the best character of the month. I think Champion Brendan and May are better than him, just because both of those characters with their EX weather are so good. I probably shouldn't skip that. But even outside of the EX weathers, like, they are really, really strong as it is, just very simple to use and strong damage dealers with solid utility on top of it. Like, May with her support especially is really good. And her sync move on next buffing for the team, that's pretty good. Yes, I honestly am a pretty big fan of those Hoenn Neo champions. Definitely really good characters. Glad to have them. Even if N ends up taking me to Pity here, like an asshole. Lusamine, alright, I'm probably going to have to end up, like, pausing this video, grinding some gems through the final multi in order to actually get N, because it's not as if I can just, like, stop this video and say, oh, well, I didn't get N. There he is! Jesus, I had fucking skipped him. Okay, sure. Okay, well, there's N. He just appeared. I rescind my statement prior about not getting the character in, like, the middle and having to go to Pity. Either way, I've only got 2 multis left, so let's just use them. Again, I don't care. And again, I'm not really going to continue playing this game after this anyway, so if I can just summon, get some more copies of N, then video hype, I guess. That's about all there is to it. I wouldn't say I did well. I mean, I did well enough to not Pity on N, but I'd say this is probably about your average luck, if not, like, a little bit worse than that. There's Hilda again. Nice. Are we just going to repeat the beginning summons, get the same 5 stars, just loop back around? We'll see, I suppose. But yeah, honestly, I mean, fair enough on the summons. They weren't terrible, definitely. They could have easily been better, but we got a good amount of 5 stars. We got Arceus N before Pity. You can't really complain. That's about, you know, I guess, par for the course, what you would kind of expect. Let's go ahead and skip. We're going to end up getting another copy in the skip multi. Nope, never mind. Okay. So yeah, that would be another multi and some other however many points, however many gems in order to actually get another copy of N. So we got pretty lucky to actually get them, I guess, before Pity. That's something. Yeah. I will showcase him at 5 out of 5. I may as well like go out with a bang, and actually showcase him at 5 out of 5. Kind of back up my point that he's a good character at 5 out of 5. I just, again, I don't really get what the underrating behavior of this character is. You know, maybe once I actually start using him, we'll see. But I don't know. Whatever. That's my thoughts on Arcsuit and his summons, all that stuff. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Let me know how your summons went, again, as I had said earlier in the video. I hope all of you got luckier than I did, or at the very least just didn't have to pity. Yeah, I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace.